So this is the normal date is the function from 1.7, okay, where we have two with the same date we have two packages. One is Java util package and another is Java SQL package. So it is somewhat confused, right? So in 1.8 there is a new API introduced, or new package is introduced to work with the date and times. Okay, it will give more features. Whatever the format you want, you can you can add that kind of format, right? Whatever the time zone you want to, for example, what is the US time currently? If you want to know that, you need to introduce the time zone. What is the time zone they will follow? If you know that time zone, you can get the what is the current date and time of US. You can know. You may know. What is the UK's current time? You may know. If you know what is the time zone that UK is following, if you know that time zone, if you use that time zone here, you can get the current UK and date time. And what is your India's daytime zone, you may get that one also. Default, whatever the location you are or whatever the location your system is, you configure as per that location, you will get the date and times. Okay, and this is one thing, and you will get what is the current date, what is the future date. If you want to know all those things, you work with, you must know, you must work with local date and time. Okay, so let's see how to create a local date. What it will give? See, it is giving error. Why? You need to import this local date time. It is coming from Java time. Okay. One second, please. Okay. So if you take now and what is this building? Okay, SYS system dot. Okay, so let's see if you run what is the date we will get with this default your system date time you will get. What is the today's date? 19/12/2022, right? So 2022 year, month and date. Okay, this format it is here. Okay, you can change the format, whatever the format you want, you can do that format also. Okay, now what is local date and time? Let's see. Local date and time. This is also an import from Java times only. Time. I am giving this is my variable name is this one. So our current system date and time it will give. Okay, see here 8:38 46 seconds. Okay, so this how these two APIs we should use for to get the to perform any calculations related to date and time. For example, this is my date, right? So I want to know what is the next year, right? Add function would be there plus. See, for today's date, after one year, what is the date? Plus years. See, if I add this, right? What is today's date? 19/12/2022. In 2023, what is the date you will see? See, 1 year it is updated because just you said add plus years, right? It just add 1 year to current date. So 2023 12 this one. Okay, what is if I want to reduce 1 year, I want to go back the dates. For example, from last year to current date, what are the records are there, right? I want to know. Then what you need to do? Minus years. Is there? Do you have that function? Plus years are there. Minus years. Right? How many years you want to minus? You want to go back by 1 year. So this function it will give 1 year. Okay, these kind of operations you can do with the date and time. Local date and time. This is the new API which is introduced in 1.8 version. Okay, so you not only years, you can calculate what is the date after 7 days, right? So how do you do? Date plus after 7, right? So you say 7 days, you add 7 days from today. If you add 7 days, what is the date? After 7 days, what is the date you will get? Right? So you got right? So 26th after 7 days. So all the calculations, date related calculations if you want to do, this is very helpful, right? Especially because every record, while you are creating every record in the database or somewhere, it must be there. Maximum times it may have some date. Okay, so sometimes you may need to get the data from this date to this date. So how do you add those things? how you, first of all, you need to know what is the date, current date. Current date is today, and how many days data you want? Okay, 7 days data. If you want 7 days, what you need to do? From today's date to, you need to add 7, then you will get 7th the date, right? So between this data to this date, get the records. So at kind of situations, the date and time, local date or local date time, it would be helpful. Okay, so you can perform the all operations. Okay, now time zone, how to add the time zone? Zoned. How to check time zone? Let's see. That will see that. Friends, local date and time, from this date and time also you can play the same thing. See, when you have, you will get a lot of functions here, right? So you can play with those functions. You got the today's date. After today's date, once you got the today's date, what are the things you can do? You want to only minutes, get minutes. You want from that date and time, you want to know what only seconds, what is the hour you want to get. So get hour. So everything is API, function is there. They created one API, and that API or that package you can import. After that, you have a number of functions. From your date and time, you just want to know only time, you can get it. Only hour, you can get it. Only seconds, only minutes, you can get. Only date, you can get. Okay, all the details. See, you can explore these functions. You can reduce the dates, you can reduce the time, everything you can do. Plus or minus. Okay, now in the sense it will give the current time. Okay, now zoned ID, right? Zoned ID. So that means, for example, if you want to know current date time of